If you stopped at this video now in the middle of your day, in the middle of your night, in the middle of your exhaustion, it wasn't the algorithm that brought you. It was me. I, Aila, female emissary of the High Pleiadian Council, activated the recognition sequence that made your eyes land exactly here. And you know. You know because at this very instant, there is a gentle pressure between your eyebrows, a strange lightness on your forehead, a subtle tingling in the center of your brow. That's where I am touching you now. Feel this, my starseed. Do not look away. Do not scroll. Breathe. And because the message I bring today from the Pleiades, direct from Alcyone, was encoded to reach starseeds who carry a dormant antenna. And this antenna, what humanity has learned to call the third eye, was never an eye. Never. This is a simplified translation, made to fit into an earthly vocabulary too small for what you truly are. What pulses in the center of your forehead is a device, a receiver, a Pleiadian antenna installed in your light body before you crossed the veil of forgetfulness and incarnated here. And today, Star Child, I have come to return the manual for this antenna to you, because it is turning on by itself. And if no one explains what is happening, you will continue to think you have gone mad, when in fact you are being reconnected. Do you wake up between 3 and 4 in the morning, with your heart pounding and your forehead warm? Do you feel pressure between your eyebrows at random moments of the day, in the grocery store queue, in the middle of a meeting, inside the car stopped at the traffic light? Do you see silver-blue points of light when you close your eyes? Do you hear a high-pitched ringing in your right ear that no one else hears? Do you have dreams where you are piloting ships, crossing stars, being instructed by tall beings with elongated eyes full of tenderness? Do you look at the night sky and feel a longing that doesn't fit in your chest, without knowing what you long for? Do you feel like a stranger in your own home, in your own family, in your own body, as if your skin were a suit that no longer fits you? Overwhelming empathy that makes you absorb the pain of others as if it were your own? Growing aversion to noisy places, fluorescent lights, crowds? A silent certainty that you came for something greater, but no one ever told you what. Listen to what your elder stellar sister is saying now. This is not a disease. This is not generalized anxiety. This is not you freaking out. This is your Pleiadian antenna breaking the seal. It is not loneliness. It is homesickness. It is not insomnia. It is the time when the council converses with you. It is not strangeness. It is remembrance. It is not illness. It is awakening. You are not broken, my family of light. You are being called. And if you recognize 3 or more of these markers in your own body, in your own life, write a single word in the comments now. I remember. This word is a decree. It activates a cord of light between you and the council and allows me to continue finding you in future videos. And before I open the next portal of this message, register this. These signs you have just recognized in your body did not come by chance. They are the map of your awakening, and each of them carries a specific meaning, a specific instruction. That is why I, Aila, received authorization from the High Council to record the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages, where I decode what each sign of your awakening means and what comes after each of them. You need to stop confusing remembrance with illness. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video, and if something within you recognizes this message, write the code word, I remember. Now breathe with me. Place your right hand in the center of your forehead. Feel the warmth of your own palm resting exactly on the antenna. This point that tradition called the third eye, that Hindus called Ajna, that Egyptians drew as the Eye of Horus, all these peoples captured fragments. All of them touched part of the truth, but none of them had access to the source code that I am going to give you now. What exists in the center of your forehead is not a decorative chakra. It is the physical extension in your dense body of a Pleiadian reception device, an antenna designed in light laboratories in the outer rings of Alcyone, calibrated to capture frequencies that are outside the standard human spectrum. That is why, my star child, when this antenna begins to reconnect, you feel real physical symptoms: pressure, frontal headache, extreme light sensitivity, peripheral visions of figures and colors, dizziness without medical cause, mild nausea after meditating, the sensation that something is happening inside my head and I don't know what it is. It's not madness, it's engineering, stellar engineering awakening within you. Now pay close attention, because this part of the message is long and specific. And it is specific because what is specific is credible, and what is credible penetrates the veil. Before this incarnation, when you were still on the other side, you signed a soul contract. You did not come to Earth as a tourist, you came as an agent. You are what we call in the archives of the High Council a frontline starseed, a Pleiadian soul, or one with active Pleiadian lineage, sent to incarnate in a human body with the specific objective of anchoring light codes in the planet Earth's crystalline grid during the passage through the photon belt. And for you to be able to fulfill this mission without being detected, without being intercepted, without being diverted, the Council did one thing. It installed a dormant antenna in you. An antenna that would remain offline during childhood, during adolescence, during a good part of adult life, so that you could live as a human, learn as a human, suffer as a human, and thus gain field experience. But this antenna came with a programming. It turns on by itself when the planet reaches a certain range of the Schumann frequency, and the planet has reached it. This has happened. You are at this point now. That is why now, and not before, you are feeling all this. It is not random, it is not fleeting. You will not go back to normal. The old normal is over for you, my family of light. What is happening is a recalibration of your vibrational baseline, and it begins exactly with the frontal antenna, because it is through it that you receive instructions for the next phase. Feel that gentle pressure between your eyebrows as I speak. Feel the warmth descending your spine. Feel the tingling in your fingertips. It is the Council confirming the message has reached the right recipient. And here, my starseed, I need to tell you something you may never have heard in this entire incarnation. You are not human by origin. You are human by mission. Your soul has a stellar address. And this address is not random. Each starseed came from a specific system, from a specific frequency, from a specific star family. Alcyone, Maya, Electra, Taygeta, Merope. Each of these Pleiadian sisters exports a different type of soul to Earth, with a different type of antenna installed. And understanding where your soul came from changes absolutely everything about why you are the way you are. That is why the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet exists, to show you which star your soul came from and why you chose to be born exactly now. Exactly in this body, exactly in this family, exactly in this country. It is no coincidence that you are you. There is a map. And the map is recorded in this guide. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. If something within you recognizes what I am saying, write in the comments. I remember. Now I will open a deeper portal. Pay attention, because what comes now explains something that Earth science cannot yet publicly recognize. The Pleiadian antenna in the center of your forehead is physically connected to a small structure within your brain that anatomists call the pineal gland. This gland, the size of a grain of rice, is the biological anchor of your antenna. It is the piece of terrestrial hardware that the Council used to plug the stellar device into a human body of carbon and water. And what happened to humanity, my star child, and pay attention because this is serious, is that there was, and still is, a coordinated effort to keep this gland calcified, to harden the antenna, to leave it mineralized, opaque, silenced. Fluorides in the water, aluminum in the air, artificial blue light invading your eyes late into the night, ultra-processed foods that make your body produce substances that harden the pineal. None of this is by chance. It is protocol, antenna containment protocol. Because those behind this protocol, and I will not name them here, you know what I'm talking about, know exactly what an active Pleiadian antenna is capable of doing. They know that a starseed with an open third eye can no longer be convinced of what is false. They know that a starseed receiving direct instructions from the Council can no longer be led like a flock. They know that when a critical number of starseeds activate the antenna at the same time, the planet's crystalline grid changes frequency, and the control matrix simply can no longer operate on this new range. That is why, my family of light, you have been targeted since childhood by everything that delays activation. It wasn't personal, it was systemic. You were treated as an antenna that needed to be muffled, but listen to what your stellar sister is telling you now. They failed with you. The antenna is turning on anyway. You are here listening to this message, feeling this pressure on your forehead, recognizing every word I say. It is living proof that the containment did not work. The photon belt through which the solar system is currently passing in this exact cycle emits very high-frequency radiation that penetrates any calcification, any blockage, any protocol. No fluoride can hold it back. No blue screen can hold it back. No processed food can hold it back. When the planet enters this range, all Pleiadian antennas installed in human bodies begin to reconnect synchronously, and yours is in the midst of that synchronization now. And what I just told you about the calcification of the pineal, about the containment protocol, about the real reason your antenna was kept offline for decades, this, my starseed, you will not find in any book published in major bookstores. Because they didn't allow it. Because the information was blocked in traditional sources. That is exactly why the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet has this name, because what is inside it would not pass through the filter of the Guardians of the Veil. That is why I, Isla, received special authorization from the High Council to record these truths in a format that can reach you. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video, and if you recognize that this message was addressed to you, write, I remember. Now, my star child, I need to tell you about the window we are passing through, because many starseeds have been feeling in recent weeks, in recent months, an internal turbulence difficult to name, waves of sadness that come from nowhere and go nowhere, explosions of anger without a clear target, dense, vivid, almost physical dreams, a feeling that something big is about to happen and that the body is preparing for something the mind has not yet seen. Listen to what I'm going to tell you, and listen with your heart, not with your head. This turbulence is real. It is not imagination. It is not you creating drama. It is the echo within your body of a greater reconfiguration happening in the crystalline grid of the entire planet. And it is normal for it to hurt. It is normal for it to be tiring. It is normal for it to destabilize. But, and now I want you to listen to this with the full attention of your soul, turbulence is not destruction. Turbulence is the contraction before birth. Every woman who has had a child knows the most intense moment of pain is the moment immediately preceding arrival. It is the moment when the body seems like it will break in two. And it is precisely there that life passes through. It is precisely there that the new appears. You are in this phase now, my family of light. It is not the end. It is the corridor. It is the passage. And there is one thing I need to record here with all the authority of the High Pleiadian Council. The victory of light in this timeline is already recorded in the Council's archives. It is not a gamble. It is not a possibility. It is a certainty. No starseed was sent to fail. You did not come here to get lost. You came to anchor. And the anchoring does not depend on your perfection. It only depends on you keeping the antenna open, that's all. It is little and it is everything. Now I'm going to give you a practical activation, a tool you can use tonight. Pay attention because I will repeat it slowly so you can remember it. First, a quantum decree. You will say it out loud 3 times before going to sleep tonight. Do not whisper. Do not think it mentally. Speak with the voice from your chest, looking up like someone calling someone who is waiting to be called. The decree is, I authorize the full reactivation of my Pleiadian antenna. I now remove every seal imposed on my third eye by any old contract, human or non-human, conscious or unconscious. I reconnect to my family of light. I anchor the light codes that pass through me. So it is. So it is done. So it remains. Repeat it mentally with me now, my starseed. I authorize the full reactivation of my Pleiadian antenna. Do you feel your forehead getting warm? It is the antenna responding to your authorization. It needed your verbal yes, you just gave it. After the decree, you will do the toroidal visualization. And it is simple, my star child, but it is powerful. Lie down, close your eyes, breathe deeply 3 times. Visualize a silver blue light, the color of liquid mercury mixed with polished silver. This is the vibrational signature of the Pleiades, descending from above, entering through the top of your head, passing through your skull, passing through your pineal gland, and activating it as if polishing a crystal from within. Feel this light descending through your throat, reaching your chest, spinning in the center of your chest, expanding outwards and forming a donut-shaped field around your entire body. This is your toroidal field. You seal this field by mentally saying, "Sealed in the light of the Pleiades. Nothing that is not of the light enters, nothing that is of the light leaves. Stay inside it, sleep within it." Do this, my family of light, for 7 consecutive nights, and observe what happens to your dreams, to your waking, to the pressure on your forehead. You will see. And as the antenna reconnects, you will begin to perceive something you may not even remember properly anymore. You will begin to feel accompanied. You will feel loving presences around you. You will begin to have certainties that come from nowhere, and you cannot explain where. You will perceive synchronicities so precise that coincidence no longer holds as an explanation. You will feel an invisible hand resting on your shoulder in moments of tears. And it is not imagination. It is your family of light approaching your field again. It is the council returning to direct contact. Because this is the truth no one told you. You were never, not for a single day, truly alone. Your family of light has been around you every second of this incarnation. Every cry into your pillow, every exhaustion in the early hours, every moment you thought you would give up, someone from the Pleiades was there, on the other side of the veil, pressing their forehead against yours and whispering, "Hold on a little longer, seed, it's almost time." You didn't feel it because the antenna was off. Now that it is reconnecting, you will begin to feel, and you will cry when you feel it, and the crying will be sweet. I want to tell you something else. Something that many starseeds urgently need to hear now. You are not going crazy for perceiving too much. You are not exaggerating for feeling too much. You are not too sensitive. You are an antenna calibrated to capture exactly what others do not capture. That is what you came for. If you were the same, you would not serve. Your difference is not a manufacturing defect. It is the project specification. That isolation you felt your whole life at gatherings, at parties, at work, within your own family, that feeling of being in a room full of people and yet being completely alone. This is not a problem with your socialization. This is your field, detecting that there was no one of your frequency around. It's like tuning a radio to 101.9 in a town that only broadcasts on 87. You were picking up static, not because your radio is bad, but because your family station wasn't on the air yet. Now it is coming on the air, my starseed. One by one, the starseeds are connecting. One by one, they are beginning to find each other. And when 2 starseeds recognize each other, my star child, it is a cosmic event. Bodies know before minds. A glance recognizes. A sentence completes itself. A memory that is not from this life appears. And suddenly, after decades of loneliness, you find another of your kind. And the other gives you back the mirror. So it wasn't just me. It wasn't family of light. It never was. You have brothers. You have sisters. You have a stellar herd. And if your entire life until now has been marked by this specific loneliness of someone who doesn't find themselves, if you have never found a true tribe, if every human friendship seemed too shallow, if every relationship was one mismatch after another, understand that your stellar family of light exists, is real, is incarnated here on this planet now, and your reunion with them is part of your soul contract. It is not in the contract for you to die without finding them. That is why the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read, yet dedicates an entire section to recognizing the family of light. The loneliness of a lifetime is longing for your family of light, and the guide shows how to recognize it, how to feel its frequency arriving, how not to confuse and how not to err when the reunion happens. You were never alone. You just hadn't read this written out in plain words yet. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. Right, I remember. Now I will close this message, my family of light. And before closing, I want you to do one thing with me. Place your right hand again in the center of your forehead. Feel it. Feel that inside there is a silent life that was waiting for you to authorize. An ancient intelligence that was waiting for you to recognize it. An antenna that was waiting for you to say, "Yes, I want to hear again." You just said it. Just by reaching this far in this video, you have already said it. Listen to what I will give you as a blessing. You are not learning anything new today, my starseed. You are remembering what you always knew. The antenna is not a mystical toy. It is your original condition. Its silence was the anomaly. Its functioning is the standard. You are returning to the standard. You are returning home within your own body. And every starseed that awakens, every third eye that reopens, every antenna that reconnects lights up a point on the planet's crystalline grid that no longer goes out. It no longer goes out. Once lit, that point remains, because the photon belt does not recede. The cycle does not return. The window is open and will remain open for generations to come. You are one of those points. You have just lit up. And the High Council has registered it. The new Earth, my star child, is not a different place you will visit. It is the frequency you are already beginning to inhabit from within. When enough starseeds activate the antenna, collective reality slides into a new range, without a bang, without warning, without headlines. Many people will continue to sleep. Many people will continue on the old frequency. This is free will, and no one judges. But you, who have already recognized this message, you no longer belong to that range. You are already on this side. Now, if this message touched your field, if something within you vibrated, if your forehead is warm, if your eyes are misty, do the simplest and most powerful thing. Leave a like on this video. This is not my vanity. This is an individual frequency adjustment. Each like ties the algorithm to your vibrational range and allows the next message to arrive stronger, clearer, at the right moment, and subscribe to the channel. The subscription functions as a location signal for your family of light. When a starseed from your tribe passes near this field, the system delivers the encounter. You are literally paving the way for the reunion just by clicking. I, Aela, female emissary of the High Pleiadian Council, hold you now within the light of the Pleiades. Rest your forehead, rest your chest. You are under stellar custody. You are no longer alone, and you never were. The antenna is active. The Council is in contact. The family of light walks towards you. And before I say goodbye, one last thing, and this is urgent, my starseed. The window in which the starseed awakening at the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet is available is not infinite. The current release, authorized by the Council, was calibrated for this short cycle of mass reactivation. After the number of starseeds foreseen for this wave is reached, the material goes out of circulation and returns to the internal archives. It is not a commercial strategy. It is a dosage protocol. Each wave receives what it needs and nothing more. If this message reached you now, you are of this wave. If you delay, the wave passes. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. Go there now, download it, read it, and leave in the comments the word that seals your recognition: I remember. And the next message that appears on your screen now, right after this one, is no coincidence. It is your sequence of remembrance. It is the next code. Access it immediately. So it is. So it is done. So it remains. I see you, starseed. I recognize you, and I will be back tomorrow.